Still under calculus implicit rule. So how can we solve these 5 problems using the implicit rule? You have to first take note that in implicit rule, whenever you differentiate a term that is contained in y, so you have to add dy by dx. Or whenever you differentiate only the value of y, so it's the same thing as dy by dx. Suppose d dx of what value of y, so this should now be dy by dx. Suppose d dx of y squared, so this is the same thing as saying 2y, then I have to add dy by dx. So this is the implicit rule. For the first question, it says that x squared plus y squared, it is equals to 25. So how can we solve this problem using the implicit rule? Using this implicit rule. So implicit rule said that you have to differentiate the whole term, including the right hand side and the left hand side. Differentiate this, I'll get 2y. Okay, sorry, I'll get 2x. Differentiate this, I'll get 2y, but it is y. I have to add dy by dx, which is equal to differentiate this, I'll get 0. The derivative of any constant, it is 0. And the next that I'm going to do, I'm looking for the dy by dx, so I have to keep 2 dy by dx, and this negative 2x should now cross the equal sign, it will become 2x. If I divide both sides by 2y, this will cancel this. At the end, dy by dx, it is equals to negative x over y. So the 2 goes with 2. So this is the first problem. The second problem says x cubed. It says x cubed plus y cubed, it is equals to 6xy. I have to differentiate this. If I differentiate this, I'll get 3x squared plus 3y squared dy by dx. I just differentiate this and differentiate this. Differentiate this. But if we are going to differentiate 6xy, we cannot differentiate it direct. We are going to apply the product rule. So to apply the product rule, u prime plus what? v u prime. So let's exclude this 6 and we are going to put it, but let's keep it aside. Let's deal with this. Let's say this is u, this is v. The next thing that I'm going to do, I have to say, what is u? U is x. What is v? This is v. So derivative of y, dy dx, plus what is v? This is v, which is y. And what is u? This is u. U prime, it is what? 1. So this times this, you're going to get this. So I have to say this should now be equals to, but don't forget I have 6, so I have to multiply the 6. So this should now be 6x dy by dx plus 6y. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm looking for dy by dx. So this 3y squared dy by dx, I will keep it as it is, and this should not cross the equal sign, it will now be negative 6x dy by dx, which is equals to 6y. I'll keep it as it is. This 3x squared should now cross the equal sign, it will become negative. So I'll put negative 3x squared. I have to factor out dy by dx, so I'll put 3y squared minus 6 what? Minus 6x. So this is equals to 6y minus 3x squared. So I have to divide both sides by 3y minus 6x and divide both sides by also 3y minus 6x. This will go with this. At the end, dy by dx should now be equals to this. And 6 divided by 3, which is what? 2. I have to put 2 minus 3 over 6 is 1 over 2. I have to say x squared over y minus 2x. So this is the final solution to this problem. But don't forget, I forget with something. I didn't go with this y squared. Yes, I have y squared here. I have y squared, so I have to divide both sides by this y squared. Also, I have to divide both sides by, yes, I have y squared, so therefore I have to put y squared. So care must be taken if you are going to pick out your values, because sometimes you might make a mistake. So let's solve the third question. So I have xy plus y squared equals to 10. Differentiate this xy. If I keep this down, I have to differentiate this. I'll get dy by dx. I have to say plus, I have to differentiate this y and keep this down, which is y. So therefore, using product rule, xy is the same thing as this. Please don't be confused. We are going to use product rule and we get this. Check the description of this video. You will see a link that you will be able to watch the video that I explain the product rule. So I have to pick out this and say x dy by dx plus y, and therefore I have to say plus differentiate y squared. It will now be 2y dy by what? Dy by dx, which is equals to 0. Because I'm going to differentiate 10 also, and I get 0. So I have to take a look to this and this. If I factor out, let me just do it step by step. X dy by dx plus 2y dy by dx, which will be equals to, when this cross the equal sign, it will now be negative y. So I have to factor out this dy by dx because I'm looking for it. I'm left with only x plus what? Plus 2y, which is equals to minus y. By dividing both sides with x plus 2y, this will cancel this. X plus 2y, this will go with this. X plus 2y. At the end, dy by dx, it is equals to minus y over 2 plus x plus 2y. So this is a solution to what? To this third question. Maybe I'm going to leave one for you to try, but which question should I going to give you? So this one, it is more bulky. It has y, it has y. Also this, it has, okay. Let's just solve all the problem. By using the product rule, don't forget with the product rule, u v prime plus v u prime. I have to keep the u aside, which is x squared. This is u, this is v, and I keep my u. Differentiate v. If I differentiate this, I'll get dy by dx plus v. I have to put b, which is what? Y. So let's say this is y, and u prime, which is the same thing as 2x, I have to add my y. Yeah. So I have to say plus y, which is dy by dx, as I explained from the beginning of the video. So this should now be equals to differentiate x, which is 1. So this should now be equals to dy by dx. I have dy by dx, so I have to say x squared dy by dx, yeah, plus also dy by what? Dy by dx, and therefore I will say it will not be equals to this. It does not contain dy by dx, so it will cross the equal sign. 1 minus 2x y. Yes. The next thing that I'm going to do, I have to factor out dy by dx. So I will say dy by dx, it will be equals to, I have to say x squared plus 1, which will now be equals to 1 minus 2xy. Divide both sides by x squared plus 1. Divide both sides by x squared plus 1. This will go with this. At the end, dy by dx it will now be equals to 1 minus 2xy all divided by, I'll say dy by dx, which is equals to 1 minus 2xy divided by x squared plus 1 as the final solution to the fourth question. So if I take a look to the fifth question, x squared plus xy plus y squared, it is equals to 7. So I have to differentiate all. This implicit rule, it is very interesting. So I have to say, differentiate this, I'll get 2x plus, if I differentiate these guys, I'll get x dy by dx plus y. Don't ask me why, because product rule, x and y, as I am explaining it all the time, u prime plus vu prime. This is u, this is v. U is here as x, differentiate v, y is v, so it will be dy by dx plus v. V is y, so I'll put my y. U prime, which is x, and it is prime. Differentiate this u, 1, it will become y. This is what we get. So I have to say plus y squared. Differentiate y squared, I'll get 2y, but I'll add dy by dx because it is implicit rule. So which is equals to 0. Why is it equals to 0? Because I'm going to differentiate all the time and 7 is a constant. This is, I have to say x dy by dx. Yeah. Plus 2y dy by dx, which is equals to, when 2 cross the equal sign, it will now be negative 2x. When y cross the equal sign, it will now be negative y. And I have to factor out dy by dx. Dy by dx, it is equal to, okay, factor out x plus 2y. Yeah. So this is equals to minus 2x minus y. By dividing both sides with x plus 2y, x plus 2y, this will go with this at the end. Dy by dx should now be equals to negative 2x minus y divided by x plus 2y. So this is the end of this examples. So this is all I have for you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks you for watching. Have a nice day. Press the bell icon so that you will be notified immediately if I uploaded any content. Thanks you for watching.